Hello, welcome back to my channel and a special welcome to my new viewers and subscribers. Today we are going to be making the easiest buttercream ever, which is Russian buttercream that uses just two ingredients: butter and sweetened condensed milk. So I'm using salted butter, but if you are using unsalted butter, you will need to add some salt to it. And the milk is sweetened, so we don't need any additional sugar. That's why the recipe is so easy, because we need just those two ingredients. So I'm going to be using my KitchenAid stand mixer because we need to whip the butter really well. So I start by putting the butter in the mixer and use my whisk attachment to beat the butter. So whisk the butter at medium high speed for at least 2 minutes so that it really softens well and gets nice and creamy. At the end of those 2 minutes, you'll see that the butter will lighten in color. If you're using a hand mixer, it might take a little longer to whisk the butter. So now I'll just stop the mixer and then scrape the bottom and sides of the bowl to get off any butter that might be stuck to the bottom and sides, and then whip it again until it's nice and creamy and the color is light, not as yellow as it was initially. So I'll stop it again, and then you can see the color of the butter is lighter. It's not as yellow. So now I'm going to drizzle the milk slowly. I'm just showing you the consistency of the milk. You can see that it's nice and thick, and it's really sweetened condensed milk. So that's going to sweeten up the icing. So we don't need any additional sugar. So I turn the mixer back to medium high speed and drizzle the milk slowly. It's good to drizzle it slowly so that it really incorporates well. If you dump the whole can of milk in, it might not mix very well. There might be some milk at the bottom, so just add it slowly so it gradually incorporates into the butter. So the stand mixer or the mixer is very important when you're making icing, because you have to beat the ingredients really well to get a nice creamy smooth icing. So I'm still scraping the bottom and sides of the bowl because sometimes the ingredients might get stuck at the bottom or sides. So I scrape it and then beat it again so that everything is well incorporated and nice and smooth and creamy. Yeah, as I was saying, the mixer is very important when you're making icing because it would take a lot of muscle to do it by hand. If you were just using a whisk, you can get away with a whisk when you're just making a cake, but for icing I see that it's really important to use the mixer. Yeah, even though I said it's a 2-ingredient buttercream, you can leave out vanilla, but I just like to add a little bit of vanilla for some flavor. So I'm adding in a teaspoon of vanilla to just give me that nice vanilla flavor. You could leave it without the vanilla or add any other flavoring that you like almond extract, coconut, lemon, or any other extract or flavor that you would like. So it's actually a 2-ingredient recipe because you can do without the flavoring if you like, but I like to add it so I get that nice vanilla flavor in the icing. So keep beating for another 5 minutes. So it's really nice and creamy, and I'm beating on high speed now. So now I've stopped it to see how it looks. It's nice and creamy and smooth. It will be very good on cupcakes or cakes or macarons. Yeah. So this is a very good icing. It's not too sweet. As I always say, I like making cakes and icing that is not too sweet, because many people don't like very sweet things these days because of their health issues, or just to stay healthy. So I'm just scraping the sides and bottom of the bowl again, and as you can see, now we have a nice smooth consistency of icing that will pair very well with any cake or cupcakes or macarons. And as I said earlier, I used salted butter, so I didn't have to add any salt. But if you use unsalted butter, you will need to add about a quarter teaspoon of salt. I think it's good to use unsalted butter, and then so you can control the quantity of salt that you put, because sometimes the salted butter might be really too salty for some people. So yeah, I'm just showing you how nice and creamy and smooth the icing is. So yeah, that's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.